Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. So tonight I get to try a brand new beer. Bought it from adventurebeer.com, which is if you didn't already know that is, it's a Nottinghamshire based in Sherwood, actually about a mile that way. Lovely bloke, sound bloke, knows his stuff. And a proper fan of beers. That's what I like. You know, there's a lot of us who are true fans. It's not just about necking, it's about enjoying your job, enjoying trying the beers. But anyway, yeah. And I seen this come up the other day, so it's a Bang the Elephant. And to be honest, sorry guys, I've never heard of Bang the Elephant. And but then again, if there's one great thing about Adventure Beer, so he's a Nottinghamshire bloke, and he gets beers from anywhere from Lincoln to Derby, Leicester, not all of Nottinghamshire, and delivers to quite a few regions in there. You also can do national delivery. It is £8.99, so you have to factor that in with your prices. But let's be fair, if you live in certain parts of the country, paying that bit extra for postage and packaging gets you beers that you can't get. And that's the key. And he's also doing a bloody advent calendar for Christmas. 24 separate beers, not the same, nothing repeated, from all sorts of breweries. And that is really, really interesting. And I'm hoping to tap my wife or my son up into getting me it for Christmas. Or I'll get it myself, one of the two. So, yeah, this is the Goose thing, a white IPA. You don't get many white IPAs. It's 5.7% ABV. And you can find them on Instagram and Facebook, Bang the Elephant. So it says on the back, I can actually read it as well, even in this dodgy light. Well, I could a minute ago. Bloody hell. Azacca, Ekuanot and Bru-1. Something hops combine to give our white IPA a background of tropical mango and pineapple flavours. Before Belgian yeast takes centre stage on this mouth-watering meeting of styles, the Goose got juice. And obviously, they're in Langley Mills. They're not far away. My daughter lives in Ilkeston, so not far away from Ilkeston. Well, Cotman, actually, if we're being actually, yeah. So not far away. Oh. Massive tropical aromas the moment you open the can. And it's always good to have a good sniff of the can on any beer. Or got, you know, any beer, cider, lager, whatever you drink. Always have a good sniff as soon as you crack it open. Oh, bugger. Spills a little bit. Don't know how they're in that. Sacrilege. So, at the moment, a hazy golden pour, white head. There was a time when hazy pours were just not the thing. And then it has become quite the thing now to have unfiltered. And it's like me with I brew homebrew wines, and I don't filter any of it. I don't put stabiliser in. I don't put finings in. Because one, I want it to live. So my wines that I brew are basically like, if you've got the campaign for real ale where it carries on fermenting, they are still living, even now. And it's actually done me well, because sometimes I've had brews that weren't successful at the initial fermentation. And then you leave it a few months, and because they have been steadily growing a little bit in the barrel, because there's always a bit of yeast that you miss, it turned the pomegranate juice wine that I did into a very nice wine, nice sparkly wine. And but also I did blueberry juice wine, and again that turned in the end into a very nice wine. But no, we're not talking about wine, we're talking about this. So let's dive in. Bang the Elephant, eh? Oh, good tropical aroma. So whenever I've seen new beers or adventure beer from breweries that I've not had one before, I tend to try and get one as soon as, obviously dependent on money. I mean, we're not all rich, we can just go out and spend 20 or 30 quid at will. Oh. And obviously this year, because of this sodding coronavirus, we've all missed out on beer festivals. No Robin Hood Beer Festival, which would have been my I would have been there last week, or week before, and I may even have done some live reviews. You know, if I get a quiet corner, although there's not many quiet corners at the Motorpoint Arena. Will it reappear back at the castle next year? I hope so, because the castle is. I mean, I used to go to when it was down the Victoria swimming baths. That was alright. Not a great place for it. So the castle was a better place. I think over the years I've been about 7 times since it was initially came out. And it's amazing how many, and I'm even looking at it now, and this was 2019, so last year's, and how many breweries that you've never heard of that are on your doorstep. And yeah, it is unbelievable, you know, how many there are out there. I'm just nosing to see if Bang the Elephant did out last year. So just looking at the bees. Oh, yeah, bloody hell. So, see, Langley Mill, I mean, we don't class Langley Mill as Nottingham, but it is, because it's only just on the outskirts. So last year they had Diabolito Export Stout, chocolate and dark fruit undertones with rum, raisin and vanilla. Oh, 7.4%. You know, there's a good chance that I drank that last year, because I love rum and raisin beers. Absolutely bloody love them. Forever Autumn, 4.4% offering. Queen Victorian Forbidden Fruit, a 5% offering. And then Thunderchild, 5.5%. So it just goes to show you the amount of breweries on your doorstep you don't know. We're all the same. There'll be breweries that all of us have on our doorstep. Little breweries, little micro breweries. Somebody in their shed, like this beer room. Somebody in their beer room with a grain father kit, you know, mashing it themselves, putting it through the kits. Other kits, obviously, there's other kits out there. That's just the one I can think of. And yeah, it's a very interesting life to get into. And obviously, a lot of people have gone from home brewing to dabbling, and then, you know, spending the money, getting a bit of kit, and then just progressing like that. And now craft beer is so massive. I mean, we must thank Brewdog initially in 2010, because they were the first really that really broke into the big supermarkets. I mean, I'm talking Sainsbury's in 2010 when I worked there on the booze aisle. Brilliant job, brilliant job. Loved it to bits. Hey, I wish I was reviewing beers from then. I'd have about 8,000 beer reviews by now, because I've drank some cracking stuff over the years. A lot of beers I've never seen again. And it's sad, because I've had some absolute belters. I mean, obviously nowadays there's so many new beers coming out that if you see them, you buy them. You don't wait, because they may not come again. And you know, there's just so much out there, and there's only so many reviews you can do. I mean, I try and do 1 or 2 reviews a day. Sometimes at the weekend I'll go a bit crazy, do 3 or 4, 5 even. But then obviously, with me, I also do beer haul videos. And I've even started, if I see any good offers online, like with Lidl's Beer Festival coming up, because I know about it, I've posted about that. And up and down the country, obviously, like Morrison's, hopefully there'll be a Morrison's Beer Festival soon. They usually do it in about October time. I'll have to go up more shopping at Morrison's on Friday. A couple of newbies I hadn't had. So still getting the tropical taste, not quite getting the Belgian taste yet, but it's a lovely tropical beer. And now strength as well, enjoying the strength. Trying to think which is Langley Mill. Is that where I go to the home bargains, or is that Hena? It's funny because it's all on my doorstep, and I've gone through it all loads of blooming times. But you know, you forget which one's which, because I don't live there, obviously. You know, I live in Sherwood, and you know, stuff in Sherwood I don't know about. But, you know, you're only interested in what you really want to be interested in, aren't you? In a lot of ways in life. Anyway, going down the tree. Been a good day again at work. You know, from where I was months ago. And if you look back at the reviews from months ago, because there were some brilliant reviews on the channel, and I tried to be as honest, I tried to be positive about beers. I've only ever done probably 2 or 3 really negative reviews in 1,600 and something reviews. Look on the positive aspects, so that's always the best way to look. Yeah, subvert the stereotype. It's just getting rid of that. I mean, I was cooked some fish today at work, lovely fish. It's lovely to be in a job where you get cooked your dinner. I mean, it really is. And yeah, she says, oh, dinner at 1 o'clock, I'm doing fish. Just next week I hope she does chicken or something different. But beggars can't be choosers, can they? You know, you get a meal for free. I'll just eat it and enjoy. And chips, gravy, fish, a lovely sea bass. Yeah, it's like a £20 meal for no. It's lovely, you know. It's better than bloody ham sandwiches. Yes, loving the life. And tomorrow she's at my other work site. So I've got 2 sites. If you didn't know already, I've got Kelham Country Manor Hotel in Newark. Well, it's actually in Kelham in Newark, and Cockcliffe Country Manor Hotel Country House Hotel in Burnstump in Arnold. Well, part of Arnold anyway. It's on the very fringe of Arnold, and 2 great places to work. Both not actually open at the moment. All the staff are furloughed. The staff that are left are furloughed. All the other staff got made redundant, which is very sad for those staff. But obviously, in any, you know, to save the company, the boss man had to do what the boss man had to do. I mean, it's happening all around the country, and some companies are doing it just an excuse to get rid of people. Some are doing it because, you know, that or the company folds. So you can understand why people do what people do. And maybe it's a nice way to get rid of bad managers and bad staff. I mean, I was saying it again to my workmates today. I was saying, COVID has actually done me a favour. It's actually brought a job to my doorstep that may not have come if it wasn't for COVID. And because of happenings in the last year or so, I am now more open to working further afield. There was a stage where I didn't want to work. My job in Nottingham City Centre on the Park Estate was like 10 minutes away. Now I don't mind driving 35 minutes to a job, and it's amazing how you change because of the job. And the job I'm in is amazing. I'm creating. As a gardener, mowing, cutting edges, yeah, that's standard boring work. I'm creating flower beds, you know, bringing the wealth, you know, award-winning wealth of talent that I've got. You don't win 3 Britain in Blooms, an Entente Floral, 15 or 16 East Midlands in Blooms, an RHS Horticulture Excellence in Horticulture Award, and other things as well over there, green flags and all that rubbish. And it's nice to put all my all the stuff I was taught into use. And I look at the state of Nottingham's parks, the Arboretum, the castle. My God, they're a shadow of themselves, and they're absolutely disgusting how bad they are. And yeah, standards of gardening. Hey. But anyway, enjoying this little fella. He's gone down a tree. Let's be fair, with all beers, to enjoy your beer, you don't drink it in 5 minutes. I look at some of the other beer reviewers on YouTube. I don't listen to the reviews. You know, it's not that I'm being disrespectful, but you know, I've got enough work to do. Then I listen to other people's reviews. But I look at the times they spend on the review. 5 minutes and the review's done, and they've had a pint. And I find it very hard to drink a quality beer in 5 minutes, because to get the most out of that beer, I don't want to glug it. I want to enjoy. Surely, it's all about the experience. All these breweries, they go to great lengths in creating, you know, their visions of a decent beer, of something that is going to sell, is going to appeal to masses, as it were. And to drink it in 5 minutes, I can't do it. Which is why I like to do longer reviews. And the fact is, while I'm drinking and I'm talking, and it's a way of expressing yourself, isn't it? And I'm going to review another one straight after this. Sod it. I'm cooking dinner tonight. The wife's doing cakes. I'm cooking dinner again after a day at work. So I've been up since 5:30. I've gone to work, done a day at work. It's now 7 o'clock in the evening, and I'll be cooking dinner. But I have a great wife. I have a great family, so it doesn't bother me. And I'm cooking steak as well. Yeah, steak. Might do some eggs, some chips. Nothing massively fancy, but the steak will be bang on. So, critique time. I've definitely got the tropical elements all the way through. I didn't really get the Belgian part of it. I mean, the tropical stuff, it was lovely, and it's woof, it's gone to my head. I can really feel it. I mean, it's only 5.7%, and it feels like it's about 7 or 8%. It's absolutely got me. But from the first beer that I can actually, out of a can anyway, I may have drank Bang the Elephant from the pump and not, obviously not registered. You know, you go to beer festivals, you don't register everything you drink. But I did go through the book last year. I did several videos on it last year, and picked out some very interesting beers. I did about 8 videos on a row, you know, just talking about the beers, because obviously it's bloody interesting from my point of view. But yeah, really nice. Totally enjoyed it. Love the tropical flavour and aroma and taste throughout, an aroma. Out of 5 then, for me, about a 4.3 out of 5. The strength, 5.7. It tasted stronger than 5.7. It's given me a right walloping. Good on you, lads, and ladies, obviously. And that's this beer review. I'm going to do another quick beer review. Well, quickish. I told the wife I did a live review. She went, she'll be alright. And that's it for this beer review. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. And obviously, if you're after these beers, Adventure Beer is probably the best bet. They're sold out at the moment on there. So Bang the Elephant on Facebook. Go and have a look at them. Well worth trying. You know, it's all interesting. All these breweries are interesting. The backstories are very interesting. And as soon as I get my other phone sorted out, get a tablet sorted out, I'll give you all the backstory as well, because it's as interesting as the beer itself. The backstory of how these breweries came It's all very interesting. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Cheers.